All right, bud. You gotta move so I can come here. Can we come here? Come on. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, buddy. All right. Let's just start on our mat, and let's just kind of rock side to side. And now let's roll. Just go 5 times in one direction and then 5 times in the other. And let's go the other way. Okay, let's take our left hand, put it on the outside of our right knee. Let's take our right arm behind us and let's just twist. And you can push on your knee a little bit, and you can either look, have your head in line with your chest, look to the side, or if you can look over your right shoulder, do. And when you inhale, see if you can twist a little bit more. Exhale, just relax into the twist. And come back to center. Now let's do the other side. So we take our right hand, put it on the outside of our left knee. Put our left arm behind us, and again, we're going to twist. And take a couple breaths here. And come back to center. Let's take our right hand, put it on the floor here. And let's take our left hand and let's just lean to the side. And you can pulse if you'd like. Make sure that left shoulder stays back. You can have your head up or down. You can try them both. And see what feels better. Now let's do the other side. Same thing. I just heard a crack in my back. And let's go to the right again. If you had your head up, try it down. And the other side. And one more time each side. And the other side. Okay, let's take our feet together. And you can have them whatever feels comfortable for you. You can have them out or in. And then let's just pulse them up and down like a butterfly. And then let's come forward, but we're not rounding. We're coming forward straight back. And my elbows are in the creases of my knees. And you can pulse if you'd like. You can rock side to side. And just feel the stretch in your thighs, in your hip and lower back a little bit. Okay, let's bring our knees together. Let's bring our feet to the outer edges of the mat. Let's inhale, and when we exhale, let's drop our knees to the left. Inhale and exhale, drop to the right. Let's just do this a few times. Go with your breath. And let's do 2 more times each side. Okay. Bring your hands out front and let's just twirl our wrists and the other way. Bring your feet a little like shoulder width apart, and let's just have your calves go up and down. And then windshield wiper your feet left to right. Okay. let's stand up and we'll start working our feet. And then we'll work our shoulders. So grab a ball and a tiger tail stick. And let's put our foot, I have my left foot, I'm putting the arch over the stick. Leaning in, breathing in for 4 and out for 4, and release. I like to move it up the arch. You can keep it in the same spot if you want. And one more time. And then let's just roll the foot side to side. Go up and down the arch. And then let's roll from the arch to the heel. And roll from the arch to the ball of the foot. And then let's roll the entire foot, and you can certainly roll the inside and outside edges. Okay, now let's take the other foot and the same thing. So I have my arch of my right foot over. I'm going to put some weight on it. Inhale and exhale and release. Find another spot if you want. And let's do that one more time. And then we're going to roll up and down that arch sideways, left and right. And then let's roll from the arch to the heel. Remember, if you have any spots in your heel that feel tight, you can just put some weight on it. Again, inhale and exhale. Inhale for 4, exhale for 4. Now let's roll from the arch to the ball of the foot. And let's roll the entire foot again. Go the inside and outside edges too. Okay, let's take the stick vertically on the mat and let's put our entire left foot on it. And hold in your core, have good alignment here, and make sure your hip is pulled in, and see what your balance is like today. And then let's just roll the foot side to side. Okay, and now we're going to do the other side. Same thing. Put your entire right foot on. Make sure your hips are pulled in so you don't want that hip going out. And again, your core is engaged, and just see what your balance is like. And then roll. Okay, put the stick over to the side. Now we're going to have our feet hip distance apart and just lift our toes. I like to spread my fingers too, and you're spreading your toes. And release, lift and spread. Let's do that a few more times. Lift and spread. And one more time. Now let's grab a ball, and we're going to put it in the ball of our foot, and we're going to squeeze our toes around. And release. And when I release, I kind of am lifting my toes and spreading them. So I'm going to do it again. And lift. And one more time. And then let's just roll the ball over it. Let's do the other. So squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. And one more time. And roll the ball over the ball of the foot. The ball over to the side. And again, we have our feet hip distance apart. And we're just going to raise our heels and stretch out our toes. I hear some cracking and popping. more time each side. Great. Now let's roll our toes under so we can stretch the top of our foot into our shin a tiny bit. Keep your foot straight. And then drop your heel side to side. And then let's roll the foot in one direction and then the other. And you're kind of rolling your foot with your toes on, instead of being on your toe like this, you're rolling it that way. Okay. Now we're going to do the other ones. So let's just do a stretch here. And then drop your heel side to side. And then roll. And roll the other way. Okay. Just put our feet together and let's just bend and straighten our knees. And then roll our knees in one direction and then the other. Let's come up on the toe of our left foot and we're going to rotate the entire and try to keep this hip engaged. So we're going to rotate 5 times in one direction, mobilizing the ankle, the knee, and the hip. And now let's do the other side. Same thing, engage this hip. And the other way. Okay, now let's just rotate our hips around. So my feet are like shoulder distance apart. I'm just going to rotate our hips. And go the other way. Okay. Let's grab our pole. Put our pole on our shoulders here. And I have my feet a little bit wider than hip distance, like shoulder distance apart. And let's lean. This time when we lean to the left, we are going to stick out our right hip. And let's go the other way. And now let's twist. So we're trying to keep our hips forward and we're twisting our upper torso, left and right. And one more time each side. Okay, let's grab the pole and we're just gonna push up. Okay, and then let's bring the pole into our elbow creases. I like to put my hands on my hips and then I'm going to do the twisting again, trying to keep our hips forward. And we're twisting side to side. And then let's roll our shoulders forward. And let's roll them back. And then let's drop it into our hands here. And let's just lift behind us. Bring the pole to right below our waist. Elbows are bent back, and we're going to just work our triceps a little bit. Okay, let's just roll. Have your feet hip distance apart, and you can bend your knees, and let's just roll the pole down and just hang. A little stretch in your lower back. Shake your head, yes. Shake it, no. I have a bend in my knees. And roll up one vertebrae at a time. we're gonna have L in our arms, my palms are down, and we're just gonna work the wrists. And then let's go to our collarbone and overhead. And then let's lift just up. Okay, now we're going to take our wrists, palms up this time. And again, we have the L in our right angle in our arm. And again, we're going to drop and lower our wrist. And then we're going to come down and lift. And then let's just do some curls. Okay, let's bring our palms down again. Our hands are kind of close together. We're just going to bring the pole up to our collarbone here. We're going to open up a tiny bit, and then we're going to shoot the pole to the right and to the left. Right and left, and one more time, right and left. Now we're going to go to the right, but we're going to go overhead to the left, overhead to the right, left, right, left, and one more time to the right. And then we're going to go around 3 times. And then we're going to go around the other way. And let's just lift over our head. Okay, let's take the pole, put our hands, I'm holding it with my left hand, put my right arm on it, and just bend out. I'm going to do it with the other one. Okay, I'm going to take the pole, and I'm just going to, my feet are hip distance apart, I'm just going to roll down my front of my body and just hang. Again, you can bend your knees a little bit. You feel a stretch in your hamstrings as well as your lower back and even your hips a tiny bit. And then let's just sway side to side. Bend your knees and roll up one vertebrae at a time. Okay, let's put the pole down. And let's just take our hands by our side here, backs of the hands facing forward. We're going to lift our left hand, and we're just going to press both of them back. Think about bringing your shoulder blades together. And release. Other hand goes up and press. And release again. Release again. And one more time each side. Then let's take our hands and flex them. So you can see they're flexed. I'm going to press down with this one and press up with that one. Then you can look up. Other side. Again. You should feel a stretch on your side. And last time. Okay. Now I'm going to take my, I'm going to take my arms overhead, and I'm going to grab my left wrist. My feet are a little bit wider than hip distance, and I'm going to lean over to the right right foot in front of my left. Lean over to the right. Again. Come up and lean over to the left. And come up and down. Now let's grab the right wrist with your left hand. And again, lean over to the left this time. Come up. Cross your right foot over. To the right, left. And then lean to the right. And release. Bring your arms up and then put your arms so the heels of your palm are right by your waist. Your fingers come down and your feet are like shoulder distance apart. And we're just gonna lean back and look up. And release and roll your shoulders forward. And let's roll them back. Okay, now let's come down on the mat. And we're gonna come into that tabletop pose. Shoulders over wrists, fingers are spread, elbow creases go forward, knees are under hips, toes are down. And we're gonna just inhale, look up, and your belly comes down a little bit. Now you have your core engaged. And then when you exhale, chin comes to chest and you're curving your spine. If you want movement in this, you can just certainly move with your breath like this. Inhale and exhale. Or you don't have to move, you can just go like this. So let's just do this with our breath and we'll go 5 times. You can try both. Let's do 2 more times. Okay, last time. Let's move your hands a little bit in front of your shoulders, and we're going to take back our right foot, and we're going to pulse it, kind of stretch out that calf. Okay, now we're going to bend our knee and we're going to rotate our knee around in one direction. And now let's go in the other direction. Stretch your leg out again. Lift it over the other foot and take a look at it. And we'll come back and release. Let's just roll our wrists real quick. Okay, let's do the other side now. Same thing. Stretch back your left foot and just pulse, stretching out that calf. And just stretching it like that, you don't have to pulse. And bend your leg and let's rotate the knee in one direction. And let's rotate in the other. And stretch the leg again. Have it come over your foot and take a look at it. And release. Bring your knees to the edges of the mat, your toes together. Drop your glutes on your heels. Come on your elbows and rotate your wrists. And the other way. And then stretch your arms out. If you need a block, or you can put your forehead in your hands, whatever works for you. And you can rock side to side. going to walk over to our right. So it's like our torso is going to go on our right thigh. And our nose comes to our knee. If you can, don't worry if it doesn't. And we're going to take our left hand and put it on top of our right. So we get a really nice stretch in our side body too. And you want to think about keeping that left hip down on your, left glute down on your heel. It might come up a tiny bit, and that's okay. And take some breaths here. And now we're going to walk to the other side. Same thing. This time, we're going to, again, nose to knee, torso's over the thigh, and this time we're going to put our right hand on top of our left. Another stretching. And release, come back to center. And again, stretch out your lower back here. And let's walk up. Let's get our roller. And let's roll out our shins first. Come into like a lunge, and we're just going to roll out. And let's roll out the other one. It's below the knee, and we're doing the whole thing. And if this is hard to do the whole, you can do half at a time. And since we're here, let's do our quads too. So the roller's right by our knees, and we're going to walk out and come on the roller so that you're right in the middle of your quads. I'm on my forearms, my toes are down, and you have to really think about engaging your core because you don't want your belly to drop. It'll put pressure on your lower back. So right where I am now, I'm going to roll from the middle of my thigh to the top. And now I'm going to roll from the middle of my thigh right above my knees. And now I'm going to find a spot that feels kind of tight and lift my left foot heel and then my right. You can stay in that same spot and do it again or find another spot. And let's do that one more time. And now let's just roll side to side over that entire quad. Okay, and come up. And you can kind of go into a position where you're stretch out your lower back. Your knees are to the edges of the mat and your toes are together. I have my forearms. Since my forearms are over, let's roll those out. Put the roller over to the side. Let's come into a tabletop again. Your arms, though, instead of being right, hands instead of being right under your shoulders, are out a little bit like in a runner's kind of lunge. And I'm going to pull my left knee to my left wrist, and I'm going to straighten out my right leg. And you can stay right here, and you can feel that stretch. Or you can come down onto your forearms. Just gets a little bit more intense, and take a couple breaths. And come up, go back, and now we're going to do the same thing with the other leg. So right knee to right wrist, left leg is extended. And you don't have to, you can stay right here, but if you want to come down on your forearms, do. Okay, and release, come down on your belly here, and grab your right foot and bring your heel into your glute. You can use a strap here. And other side, same thing. Okay, grab your roller. I'm going to roll out our inner thighs. We get to roll out our inner thighs very much, so I like to do it. Okay, and let's do the other side, same thing. Roll out our inner thighs. Okay. And release, roll it over to the side. And we're on our belly still. Put your hands by your, right underneath your shoulders here, by your chest. And just lift up. Bring your elbow, make sure your elbows are in, and down, and your shoulders are down. And your head is just looking down too. And release. Stretch out your right arm and roll onto the side. Stretch out your shoulders a bit more. Come back to center. Stretch out your left arm and roll onto your left side and stretch out that shoulder. And then release. And push up. Let's do another stretch for our lower back. So put our knees at the edges of the mat, toes together, and then just stretch out your lower back. Okay. Let's grab our roller here. Put it under our legs, our knees, I mean. We're going to roll down onto our back. And sure your shoulders and everything are flat. And then we're going to lift our glutes and put that roller right on that lower back area, our sacrum there. And we're going to stretch out our legs. Try to touch the wall in front of you with your toes. And try to touch the wall behind you with your hands. And now we're going to hold on and bend your feet and bring your knees to your chest and then lift your heels. So you can try to stretch out those hamstrings a little bit. Point and bring your legs closer to you, to your face, and then flex. Again, point, pull them closer. You should feel a stretch in your hamstrings and then flex. And one more time, point and flex and stretch out those hamstrings. Now let's point and open to a V, stretch out our inner thighs. Ooh, be careful. And then let's do a tabletop with our shins there, and then let's just engage your core, and we're going to drop one toe and then the other, working on our core a little bit. Now we're going to drop both toes together, make sure you engage your core. And then we're going to shoot out our legs, and you can go high, medium, or low, whatever feels. The lower you go, the more, a little bit more intense it is. Okay, and then drop your feet. Roll under, roll your shoulders under. Lift your glutes and roll the roller to your heels. Just stay there for a minute. Keep your knees going straight, don't let them come out. And then slowly roll down your back. And let's go over to the side here. Let's grab your balls in the bag, but let's just take one ball right now. And we're gonna just roll out our calf. So we're gonna put it right there on our calf. And if you want, This one can be more intense. If you want more pressure, you can cross the other one over, but you don't have to. And let's just take a couple breaths right here. And then point and flex your foot. And rotate it. And rotate it the other way. And then roll that ball over the calf, side to side. And then you can roll around in a circle 3 times, one direction and the other. Okay, now let's do the other one, the same thing. So I have the ball and the fleshy part of the calf there. And just breathe. Like I said, if you want to cross for more pressure, do. Just don't want to take the intensity above a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. And then let's point and flex. And rotate in one direction and in the other. And then just roll your calf over that ball. And roll one direction and the other. Okay. Roll your wrists and the other way. Let's take the ball and put it in the crevice of our knee. Now that hurts, don't do that. If you can do this, you can do it just like this. We're just gonna put the ball there. We're gonna pull into our chest. And we're gonna roll down, pull the knee in. And then come up, do the other one, pull in. And come down. And release. Now let's take the ball and we're gonna roll out our glutes. So we're just gonna sit on it right now. We have it on the inside of that sit stone. And let's just take a couple breaths right here. And put our hands behind us and we're gonna roll around that bone. Let's go 3 times in one direction and 3 times in the other. And then we're going to get that ball to the side, like right in our hip where we need some attention. For me, it's like right here. So, and you can roll forward and back to just see where it's pretty intense. So I'm going to keep my legs bent, feet are flat on the floor, knees going to the ceiling, and I'm just going to drop it. And again, drop it. And one more time. And this time I'm going to drop and open. Now, if that's too much, just drop your knee. You don't have to open your leg. And one more time. And then just roll forward and back over that area. Okay. Take the ball, roll your wrist again. Take the ball now on the other glute, same thing. Just gonna sit on it for us, couple breaths. You can rock if you want. And then we're gonna roll it around that sits bone. And the other way. And now we're gonna take it, ouch, be careful. I'm gonna take it to the side, to my hip. You can roll it up and down to see which area needs to be worked on. And then we're just gonna drop our knee and lift it. Drop it and lift it one more time. And then we're gonna drop and extend. If that's too much, you don't have to extend. And one more time. And then we're gonna roll up and down. Okay. And again, let's take our wrist and roll. Let's put the ball in the bag. And we're going to do this exercise where we start with the balls in the back. They're horizontal, and right behind our navel, right below our, or right by our, kind of our, the end of our ribs or bra line, and then right in the middle of our back, in between our shoulder blades. So let's start with it right there. And we're going to come down. And you can stretch your legs out if you'd like. And bring your legs to the edges of the mat, and then let's just windshield wiper. Okay. Now you can either get up and move it up. You can lift your glutes and just move this up to where your bra line is, whatever feels the most comfortable to you. And just rest here. And again, let's bring our legs up, arms to the side. And let's windshield wiper side to side. And one more time. All right, and now the last time, I'm going to get up, I'm going to position this on the mat, go horizontally, and it's going to be in between my shoulder blades here. And bring your arms out, palms up. And we're going to bring them up and over, and we're going to squeeze. I have my left arm underneath, and I'm going to roll side to side. Open my arms. Now the right one is underneath, and I'm going to roll side to side. And since we're here, I think we'll just do our neck, and we're going to put this right in the back of our head right here. We start with the occipital bone right there, and then we'll lower it so the block is right on your shoulders and the balls are right in your neck there. So let's just put it right there. Our occipital bone. I like to hold them actually. I'm just kind of put my fingers on them here. You can have your legs stretched out if you want, or you can have them bent, whatever feels more comfortable to you. And breathe. Inhale and exhale right here. And you can see my chin is down when it's in this area. So I'm going to inhale and roll my head to the left as I exhale. Inhale, center, and roll my head to the right. So just go with your breath. Inhale and exhale. Oh, I hear some cracking and popping actually. And let's do one more time each side. Okay, now let's bring the balls right in your neck area. The block is resting on your shoulders, and now your chin is up. Put your palms down. Take a couple breaths right here. And then inhale and roll your head to the left and right. Inhale one more time each side. And then roll your chin up and down. Okay, one more time. Okay, let's roll over. Push that to the side. Let's bring the roller underneath your knees, and then let's just roll out our lower back. And then let's come and let's put it right across our shoulder blades. Intertwine your hands, put it in your head in your hands, and let them be heavy. Elbows are out. Doing a little back bend here. Keep cracking and popping a little. Now we're going to lift our head up. Hold it with your hands. Let it be heavy. No stress on your neck, your chin to chest. And one more time. And then heels close to your glutes, lift up, and let's just roll out that area. Your head will probably touch the ground. So we're going from our shoulders down our ribs. All right. And release. Let's take the roller vertically, and I do like to roll out our spine, so let's put our entire spine on the roller. Have your arms right down by your hips here. We're going to slide them to a T position. Lift them palms up, and then roll them over your head if you can, keeping the backs of your hands down. If you can only go here, that's fine, and then we'll go back down. You don't have to go overhead. And one more time. And now we're going to bring our arms up to the ceiling and stretch, and then just drop them overhead. Again. And one more time. Bring your arms so they're like cactus arms. Let gravity pull them down. And then we're going to bring our forearms and our palms together and open. Forearms and palms together and open. And one more time. And come down. And then let's just roll and let your head drop side to side. And let's go 2 more times each side. And one more time. And let's come off the roller. And put it over to the side. And let's put let's put our right foot over our left knee. And let's press the right knee down. And then let's lift the left knee into the chest, and both feet are flexed. And release. Drop both knees over each other and pull in. Now do the other side. So now I have my left foot over my right knee. Again, I'm just going to pulse this knee right knee into my chest and my feet are flexed. And release. Cross knees over each other and pull in. And release and cross. Bring your knees into your chest. You can bring your forehead in if you'd like. And just roll out your lower back. 5 times in one direction. And go 5 times in the other. Okay. Bring your arms to T position, knees kind of coming into your chest. You're going to roll over to the right side or drop your knees to the right. You can look over your left arm too. Come up, drop your knees over to the left side and look over your right arm. Come back to center. Now come over to your right side. Put your palms together. So my left hand is on top of my right, and I'm just going to drag my right arm around. And then have my palm down and look over if you can. And then come back. And then let's go over to the other side. So my left palm is up. And I'm going to put my right palm on top of my left. I'm laying on my left side. And I'm going to go all the way around. Try to get my shoulder down. My palm is up. And I'm going to come back. And come back up here. And let's just roll our back again. And roll it the other way. And roll to the side. Push yourself up. Okay. Just stretch out our shoulders here. Grab your stick or strap. We're just going to make our left arm go across our chest. Grab it with your, brace it with your right. And look over your left shoulder. Should feel a nice stretch down your shoulder, the back of it. Other side. Release. Take your stick, put it down the middle of your back with your left hand. Bring your right hand around and inch your fingers together. See if you can get them to touch, and don't worry if you can't. Just do the best you can. And just feel that stretch in your shoulders. And release. Other side. Other hand behind. And release. If you want, you can roll out your shoulders here. Always feels good. I don't know why I don't do this more. And let's roll out our lower back since we're right here. Okay. Now let's take our arms out. We're going to have our left hand come underneath. And we're going to wrap them and bring your elbows up. And breathe. And then we're going to come forward. Try to touch your fist down to the ground. And come up. Other hand underneath. Elbows up. And come down. Should feel a nice stretch across your back. And come up. And come out. Bring your fingers on your, on your shoulders. Elbows are up. We're going to bring them in and back. And then we're going to roll them forward and roll them back. Okay. Let's take our, let's just lift our shoulders up and down. Okay, great. Let's take our left ear to our left shoulder. Put your hand above your ear, bring your arm out, roll your wrist. 3 times one direction, 3 times the other. Drop it. Bring your head up, look into over your shoulder, and come down with your nose to your armpit. And come up again, ear to shoulder, and then look up. And release. So now right ear to right shoulder. Hand comes above the ear. Have your left arm extended and roll your wrist 3 times in one direction, 3 times in the other. Roll down. Roll your head so your nose is looking down by your armpit. And come up. And again, ear to shoulder and look up to the ceiling. And down. Have your chin come out and back, out and back, and one more time, out and back. And then look over your left shoulder and right, left and right, and one more time, left and right. And then look to your left, roll your head to the left, right, then left. Come center, intertwine, put them behind your head, and chin to chest, up, grab your neck, look back, and let's just do our wrists really quick here. We're going to do it quick. We can just pull back and down and forward and back and down and forward. Bring your palms and your forearms together and drop your wrists side to side. Intertwine them and twirl them, and twirl the other way. Open and close your hands. And just shake them out. Well, thanks, guys. Feel free to come off mute. I hope everybody got what they needed. Good to see you all. It's raining out. Thank you.
I wish I would do this every day. You know, I could go to YouTube and it would be so good.
I know, and I'm
But I
loading.
don't.
I know, me too. I mean, I have all the tools too, and I'm thinking, well, why don't I just kind of take this thing and roll out my back? I could. I don't know what that is all about, but I just feel like I think coming to a class just kind of is a motivation for sure. So,
Yeah.
but thank you guys for coming, and I should see you on Sunday. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, everybody, take care. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, bye
Okay,
bye.
thank you.